This girl is she's just like Doctor Who. She's got that many gadgets. I'll say it again, shall I?
Yes.
Say when. You see, we've seen people in the square in Sainsbury's and all about the town. We've met them in here and spoke to them, even though we know them. To speak to outside, we've never approached them. And here we've conversed. And now we know who they are and what they're about. So in the future, we'll talk to them out in the street and in Sainsbury's and in the square. And that's what the beauty of this space is all about. And it's a beautiful feeling and a beautiful place. Like us two now conversing, we perhaps wouldn't have in the square, but in here we have done.
That's right, because a lot of the time when you go in, there's always the pressure that you've got to be a commodity or part of the commodity-driven society. You can only go into a little shop to go buy something or with a friend, or
that's right.
You can't stop to meet someone on the street.
It's about sales.
This is a free space. You can come in and go, oh, what do you think of that?
Be yourself. Me and John, my partner, me and my civil partner John, have been ourselves in here. No inhibitions, no holding back. We've just been ourselves, as we are in the town anyway. That's what I like about St Anne's. It's so cosmopolitan. We are accepted as a gay couple, and we are absolutely indeed. And we've met people in here that we know by sight, and we see them in Wetherspoons or Sainsbury's. But in this space, this beautiful free space of display and being yourself and just pouring it all out of your heart and of your soul and your creative ability, just bringing it in. I've wrote things down at home and then brought it in. Oh, that'll do for the gallery. And I brought it in the night before, and I've carried it, and it's come to me. And I won't think of it. And when we leave here, I'm quite enthused and buzzing, and I feel a buzz. And when we leave here, I've never experienced this before about St Anne's. I've never been so passionate about it. I have inside, but it's all coming out now. This is an outlet to let it flow out and share it with our fellow, like neighbours and fellow community like yourselves. Yeah, absolutely. And here we go.
This week's done me the world of good coming in here. I've popped in once, then another time, and I think I've been in about 400, kept bringing photos in, and I felt that it brought something, and to the town.
It needs to be a permanent fixture, because this space, it's just provided us with such outlet. I've gone at home, when I leave here I'm on a buzz, and I think, wow, and you just share what you feel about, good and bad, and looking at the town and the community, the whole borough, and the community from a different angle, and then seeing other people's view of the town and sharing it makes it all the more of an interesting town. And then you find things out. I didn't know that, and I've learned so much about St Anne's and Lytham that I didn't even know. I've lived here 15 years, and just from the people of this community, this town and this borough, I've learned so much just from the other bit, and how it's brought us together. It's just absolutely, it's like a big hug within a town, and it generates from this very building, this space. It's like a hug, a heartbeat going out into the town and drawing people in. That's how we felt when we first came in. We were drawn in, then it became addictive. And we've been back every day.
Yes, I have. And people that's brought things in, people are bothered looking for things and getting themselves,
share with other people.
Other people,
Absolutely.
Your achievements you've done, share them with other people. And that's what's really good. And I hope you find that fella's arm. And there's no bits missing.
And the people you see by sight, you know them by sight, to speak to them is just where you wouldn't normally just, being British, we don't always stop and speak. I know we're more friendly up north, definitely a friendlier town than when we go down south. It's still friendly. I mean, Londoners are really friendly. Listen enough about the Londoners are great, so friendly. Every time we go down there, they're great. But up here, you wouldn't think to speak, but in this space, you feel uninhibited, and you can just speak and say.
Don't you think people are friendlier here in St Anne's than Lytham?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They can show sorts.
Real? No. Oh,
get hungry when I look
Oh,
at
that's nice.
Yeah. There was a store, you know, it used to be Anderson.
Yeah.
Well, there was a store there when we went to the fair, and she was making them to what we wanted. And she's this big bowl with all these things, and I said, can I have a making shop? Dolly mixed it.
Delicious,
She
yeah.
said, oh yes, so she made me it.
Oh.
She came hungry.
Before I eat it. But I just think it's absolutely amazing. It really has been. You know, I've spoken to more people in St. Anthony's than here than I've ever done in the 15 years I've been here. Again, in the pub, you hear and talk to people. This is just so, it's so open to everybody, isn't it? This is it, I think it's about finance. If the council would fund it, if they would fund it, what community support things.
You mean keep it up, keep this open, permanent, do you mean?
Yeah, perhaps with
Somebody else take over and, yeah, I know what you mean.
funding from the council, perhaps with services such as counselling, mental health, doctors, mums and babies, mums and toddlers, this, that and the other. And just perhaps with, you know, a different group each day. But just generally for anybody anyway, like that was actually, this was actually, he's here. The girl that come in,
When I came in the first day they opened, instead of that, there was a few bits on it.
yeah,
Just like George Clooney. Just everybody.
yeah. Here we are, all three of us conversing, talking to each other. We all, you know, half of it. I think it's a beautiful thing, don't you?
Do you know where?
Don't have to go to Wetherspoon. Okay, in Wetherspoon, you always meet people. You're on holiday and all that, you converse.